Welcome to Grown Folk Stories, y'all. Give it up for Jen Bosworth, y'all. I'm happy to be here. I love Grown Folk Stories. Hi, who is it? Oh, hi. Nice to see you. All right. I am not much of a blowjob liker. I know men like that, understandably. I don't like to gag. It's not my favorite thing. And there's like a lot of pulling and pushing. It's not my favorite thing. But I gave them copiously when I was younger. So that's all I did. But just because you're good at something doesn't mean you should do it all the time. So another reason was my mom was this Roman Catholic Colombian woman who would like, kind of like your asshole licking story. It's kind of like, just to bring it all around back to the asshole licking, that when you, anything but sex. And so blowjobs weren't sex to me. Anyway, all this to say, I got on a plane and there was a dude sitting next to me. It's not gonna end well. There was a dude sitting next to me and he was beautiful. Like, I'm a mess, a hot mess, and he had like his shit together and he was doing the New York Times crossword puzzle in pen. I can't do one goddamn word on that fucking puzzle. There's no way. It looks like Sudoku. I don't know the difference between Sudoku and the New York Times crossword puzzle. But he smells really good. He's like, and so I sit down, I'm like, fuck, I don't have my Xanax, I don't like to fly. So he's like, no problem. And then we strike up a conversation. He's like, we'll just start drinking. I'm like, yes. So we start drinking. He has a job. He's like a politician. I date people that don't have jobs. He has health insurance. I don't have health insurance. So I'm like, this dude, I'm gonna marry this dude. Real white, like a white dude. I say that just like JFK white, you know? And I never dated that. So I was like, yes, this is my fucking ticket to royalty, to American royalty. All right. So I was like, this is gonna be it. So we get off the plane, I'm wasted, we make plans, whatever. I get a fucking Brazilian wax, which I'll never do again. I heard someone say, like, I'm growing my playoff beard down there, and that's what I'm doing too. So, anyway, the point is, I got all ready, and I had a toothache, so I was like, fuck it, I gotta take some Vicodin, which in Los Angeles is, like, you can get it it's in every office drawer, everything. So I just took it. And then we go on this date, and I just start drinking. Drinking's kind of a theme in my life in my 20s, drinking and blowjobs. And so, because I can't do one without the other. So, anyway, I'm drinking, and I forgot, I take that Vicodin, and I'm not eating, because I had this real skinny Korean coworker who was like, this is what you do. You don't eat anything, because you'll trick the dumb bastard into thinking you're skinny if you don't eat. I was like, okay, sounds good to me, fine. So I was trying this stupid trick, which is the dumbest shit I ever heard of, but I'm doing it anyway, so I'm wasted. We go home, and of course, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to take off my clothes because I have so much body shame. And what can you do sexually without taking your clothes off? Give a blowjob. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm doing it, and I'm really working hard at it, and I noticed that I start to feel this like pain in my mouth. I'm like, shit, what is that? Okay, but I'm doing really good work, and I'm from the Midwest, and we don't fucking quit, so keep going. We don't know when to call it quits, and so it's like I'm bobbing for apples, I'm doing my thing, I'm doing really good work, I really want him to like me, and I feel this pain, and as he's thrusting, the pain gets worse and worse in my mouth. I'm like, what? I'm like, you know what, it's just, whatever, he's got a big situation, I don't know what's happening. And he thrusts, and dudes, he thrusts really hard, and out pops my fucking back molar. Right on the dude's six-pack abs. Right there on JFK's fucking stomach is my fucking tooth. And I'm like, it's one of those moments in your life where you're like, I know what I am. I'm a toothless hoe. That's what I am. So keep going. Let's keep going. And there's blood and spittle. And I'm like, no, it's fucking fine. We're gonna finish it. We're fine. And the guy realized, and he's like, dude, is that your fucking tooth? And I'm like, no, everything's fine. And my face is starting to swell up. And I mean, it's one of those moments when you're like, I gotta get the fuck out of this town. I don't know what's happened to me. I gotta get out of LA and go back to Chicago because all of a sudden, I'm a toothless hoe, you know, doing this. And he was like, no, it's fine, we can totally hang out another time. And I'm like, yeah, what, okay. I know you're gonna call me tomorrow. So he leaves and I'm just sobbing and I'm like, this sucks. You know, I realized that it was like a moment of clarity. I was like, oh, giving people blowjobs doesn't actually make them like you. And it changed my whole life, but you know what? I feel really bad for my husband. Once you lose a tooth, it's fucking over. Thank you. Give it up for Jen. Your show. You gotta see your one-woman show. You have to see it. You can check me out at adamnicelady.com. adamnicelady.com, and the show's gonna be in July, and we'll have a good fucking time. Jen Bosworth, y'all. See, because he had health insurance, by all of that, he removed your tooth with his cock. He was like, you didn't need to go to the dentist. You didn't need to. I don't know if every woman has, but I've had one of those moments. I was just like, sucking dick is gonna make me, you know, Miss America, if not Miss Universe. I didn't think that anything would change that until I was in Austin and I was in my 20s and met a guy, I don't know his name. And, but he was cute, he was like a professional, he was like on a skate team or something. I was just like, And he had like dogs and like, they were nice, but he was like, get your cage, and they were all responsive, and I was just like, this is great. I was impressed by so little. It's not funny. Anyway, sucking that dick furiously. But then we did have sex, and woke up, and I didn't know where my friend lived. I was like, I know she works at Whole Foods. And he was like, well, I'll drop you off. And he was quick about it, like, yeah, of course, he wants to like. So I was like, I don't know why. So I get to Whole Foods, see my friend, and she was like, how you doing? And I was like, fine. She was like, take a look in the mirror. I have really dry skin. It was a flake fucking fest. I'm sure this dude, because all of the friction from the pubes, there were like flaps of skin, and I was like, good morning. I'm sure it was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I was like, ah. I'm sure he would have preferred if I had less teeth in comparison to what he saw hanging red, irritated, flappy. Yeah, guys. So yeah, sucking dick doesn't cure everything. But look, he still put it in after that. Not enough to just. I'm feeling really bad about myself right now, guys. No, I don't. I still love sucking dick. I still have dry skin. My husband just gave me the thumbs up.